All right, friends. Silliness aside, but still fun.
Yeah.
I'm here talking to the inspirational Debbie, who, if you caught the press conference, bravely went up on the stage. I find myself nervous whenever I'm about to go on a stage, so I was really impressed by you and her authentic sharing of her true experience. Debbie, thank you for coming.
You're very welcome. I am really happy that I'm here today to see, you know,
It's
all the hard
wonderful.
work that goes in the background, and I really wish that the people of the street could also share in this and realize that, they do matter. I mean, handing them a bag is something that they're used to, or food or whatever. But to actually come here and see all of this going on, I think would give them a really great boost in self pride, saying, all of these people are here for me, for this little bag for me. And I think that would be really great.
Oh, well said.
Experience this part of it.
Well said. I mean, that's.
It would make it so much more,
Impactful, yeah.
yeah, it would.
I agree, and I think like you spoke to, and Jody spoke to, and so many people spoke to today, the importance of reaching out and connecting, smiling, talking to people. We're all the same. We like things can change so quickly for anyone, good or bad, and if we're not out to help each other, what are we doing, right? So,
Right.
hang
And
on, let's move
I
over
tell
here a
my
little bit.
son that every day.
Yes,
You
and you
know?
spoke of your son in LA.
Yeah.
It's wonderful,
Yeah.
and you also mentioned that you're a grandma, which is so great.
Yes.
How many grandchildren do you have?
I have one grandson. He's
Uh,
16.
Wow.
Yeah.
Debbie, you have a 16-year-old grandson?
Grandma.
Damn. Debbie. You got good skin.
Well, yeah, that's my native skin. You know what I mean,
Oh,
eh?
sorry. We're just shuffling. Is there much activity? Debbie, I know you spoke already with some key messages during the interview about how the ultimate goal is to alleviate poverty and to get housing. You spoke about your own personal experience and the inspiration that now you are you're in a home now. What any other messages that you didn't get a chance to share at the press conference that you'd like to share now with the YouTube live feed folks?
I think that what's most important to know is that these people didn't grow up saying, I want to be a drug addict. I want to be an alcoholic. I think I'll go live on the street for the rest of my life. They're someone's family. And if they don't have that family there, you should family, because everybody needs just a kind word, or to see something as big as this and know that they matter. My son asked me when he first got to LA and homelessness is so prevalent there, he said, Mom, what can I do to help? And I said, buy a loaf of bread and a bag of bologna and make sandwiches and hand them out. Just something that simple will make a big deal in somebody's life. So, I mean, I try and do what I can on a small level, but
I think you do it on a much bigger level than you're giving yourself credit. I mean, the impact today is fantastic.
when I was on the street, I actually stayed on the street because I was making a difference. I was making sure that the guys who were out collecting bottles or whatever they do when they're out collecting, they would come home at night, and home was City Hall or University Avenue, and they would be looking for food and they wouldn't have any. And I thought that was really unfair that everybody came early in the evening and everybody got to eat. And then these guys didn't get anything and they were actually up moving all day. So I started my own campaign and I made sure they had sandwiches and fruit and juice and, whatever we got during the day, and a bottle of water. And, I would leave it out at night around City Hall. And in the beginning, they would take two or three. And then they realized it wasn't going to go away. It was there every night, and it really changed the attitudes of those men, and the way they started talking differently to each other, because they didn't have to fight for that one bologna sandwich or that last bottle of water. I made sure everybody had it, and that
And
was
you created a community there too, right?
we did. We had a
A
community.
big part about dinner is the bonding of being with people. Like when we have dinners with people that we love, family or friends.
Well,
It's
I had a woman come. There was a woman at City Hall one day, and she sat in the rain for about 4 hours. And I'm thinking, should I? Because you don't like to approach them if they're not looking at you.
Yeah, you want them to be comfortable and feel that they can trust you.
So I let her sit in the rain for 4 hours, and finally she saw my dog and she came over and she said, "Are you Mom?" And everybody called me Mom, and I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Is that dog's name Mom?" And I said, "Yeah." She says, "Oh God, I've been waiting for you all day." Her and her
Oh my gosh.
had just hitchhiked from Vancouver, and someone in Vancouver said, "When you go to Toronto, go to City Hall and look for Mom. She'll help you." And within an hour, her and her son had all dry clothes, blankets, sleeping bags, everything they needed, food in their stomach. They'd been staying down on the lake for a couple of days because they didn't know where to go. And, so yeah.
That is so inspiring.
So one
Thank you for
person-
sharing that.
One person can make a big.
And you encourage other people to do the same thing at one person at a time. Well, thank you so much, Debbie, for sharing that extra insight. We really appreciate it. We're going to sign off now and be in touch with you again soon in the updates. Thank you so much, Debbie.